Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alexei from We Love Samples, and you are awesome because you stopped by and you take your time watching these videos. Thank you very much for doing that. Today I want to address people who start with learning the DAW, so the digital audio workstation. And the first important thing that I want to say is it doesn't really matter what you use, okay? So if you use Studio One, great. If you use Pro Tools, great. If you use Logic, great. Stick with it, and learn it well. And what other people say what works for them, it's great that it works for them, but it should work for you. So don't waste your time looking for tools that maybe will improve your workflow, okay, or your result. I believe that in most cases it will not, and people waste just a lot of time looking for tools that at the end of the day they really don't need. But this is not the video what I will I will share today, the topic of this video, but I just wanted to let you know because it's connected to the beginners and people who start out, they are overwhelmed, which is normal and obvious because we have a lot of things inside the DAW or that is connected to the music making process, audio making process. And first you have to figure out how does everything work. The audio interface, the computer, the DAW, the microphone setup, and the sample libraries. There's so many things, and you are just overwhelmed. But there is a beautiful tip that I want to give you today in order that you can start focusing much faster going into this project. And why I wanted to share this video, because I work with many people whom I taught basically how to set the session up and installing the programs and showing what is possible doing with these programs. And when I later on, when they ask me, hey, what about this and this and this, and I realized actually they already have a plan what they want to do in a specific session, but the session was not prepared at all, and so those people wasted a lot of time, and then they say or complain that they don't have the time to work on music or whatever. So this is the topic today. How can we save the time going into a session? And this is actually very simple. We have to create some sort of a template, okay? And I will make a easy and understandable example of someone who is writing songs. So for example, you're a songwriter, okay? Because this channel is not only for just one sort of people. This channel is about mindset, going into the session, working on the session, working on music and audio, and as well about like not only the mindset about music and audio, but as well like the mindset of being consistent, that is connected, to success. Why do many people fail, or why many people just don't reach their goals, etc., etc. So this is not like this typical tech channel where you learn how to open a DAW. This is what I'm personally not interested in. There are many other channels that show you how to open a DAW, okay, and use a specific plugin. I can definitely show some things, but I believe that people need something else. And so I just want to talk about, this mindset process that is responsible why people stay on the same spot for ages and why some people move, towards the goals and reach them at the end of the day. This is the most important thing here on this channel. So this tip and this template thing is really important. Why? Because imagine you're a singer-songwriter and you sing, obviously, okay? So you have a voice. And then there is an instrument that you play, piano, guitar, or something else. So basically, you just need two channels. You need one channel that is the Vox channel, so the vocals channel, where you record through your microphone, going to the interface, going to the computer, your voice. And the second channel is your instrument. Okay, it can be, it can be a piano, it can be guitar. I said before, it can be a piano that is sampled. So I talked again too much in the beginning, and now let's dive into the session. There are two things that you can do depending on your DAW. We first open, a new channel, or we create a new channel, and this is the Vox channel, the vocal channel. I stick with this example of a singer-songwriter. Type of this channel is audio because we will record it through the microphone, and everything else you set it up like your DAW says, right? I will not go into this setting stuff. We can obviously choose the format into mono, because vocals we use just one microphone and we have a mono channel. So we create this channel and we have our vocals channel. And then the second thing is obviously our instrument. You can again make, let's say it's guitar, okay? So if you plug in your guitar into your audio interface, you have an audio channel. If you use a sampled instrument, you will have an instrument channel, okay? I will stick again with this guitar audio channel, and that's it. Then you set it up like you set it up. Probably already know it. If not, write a comment and I will show you how to do it in the next videos. Maybe we can change the color, for example, into red. I like to use red on guitars. And this is your template already, okay? However, now the important part comes. You don't start to work in this session. Why? Because later on you have to erase everything that you worked on the session in order to copy this and make a new session out of it. So two things that are possible depending on your DAW. You go to File and then to Save As. And when you save as, for example, let's call it starting recording template, okay? We can say guitar, vocal plus or slash guitar, okay? And then we save it where we want to save it in your folder in this case, right? So we save it and this is saved. So when you open up your DAW the next time, you open it from this session, okay? And then what you do next, again, the new song is called, for example, Today is a Beautiful Day, and you save it again as a Today is a Beautiful Day. And so the next time, you have a folder where this is where your song is inside. So this is the first possibility. The second possibility is that Studio One gives is to save this session that you created in the beginning, that works for you as a singer-songwriter, save as template. So you click on that, and you can again starting recording template guitar slash vocal or vocal slash guitar, doesn't matter, and you save it as a template. Okay, so when you make a new song, right, a new project, you have this one already here, starting recording template guitar vocal, and then you just rename it into Today is a Beautiful Day. Boom. And now you see the session is called Today is a Beautiful Day. These are two possibilities depending on the DAW. So either the Save As option to create a new session, right, from your template that you created before in the first session, and then the template possibility. So your DAW allows you to make a template out of your template session, if it does make sense. So this is a huge time saver. This is very important to understand, because I see a lot of people, I'm not joking, I see a lot of people who are still doing this, and this, and this, you know, and channel by channel. You do it in your template later on if you have to add something, but not in the beginning. The session should be already prepared, because most of the time the session is very, very similar to what you have worked on before, okay? And with time you can create more templates for you. For example, you start with a guitar and a vocal, and then at some point you realize you need a shaker. Then you make a session that does have a shaker. The next session has, you know, bass and drums inside, and you build it up until, you know, you have a bigger session that you use, for example, for specific setups that are connected to your process, right? Or the same with libraries. So people go to instruments and start to do this and start to do this, and then, you know, you have to rename everything here and there. If you just improvise, you improvise. Okay, you don't have this template or whatever. But this is really a huge time saver, because as I said before, people waste like 20-25 minutes clicking somewhere, doing something, then something doesn't work because you have to set up your you know, mix as well, so your routing, etc., plugins if you use some plugins, etc., etc., and the focus is totally away. And instead of doing music, people then say, oh, I don't have the time to do music. This is the reason why. Do you understand? They waste time, and maybe you wasted your time doing those things. And believe me, this is like, if you stretch it out to the full year, you could save like 2-3 days doing music. 3 days, 24 hours plus 24 hours plus 72 hours. You could do more music, and then people say, I don't have the time to do music. Yeah, one of those possibilities why people don't have time, because they click too much. They have to work on the song instead of clicking somewhere, doing, you know, opening this windows and renaming and routing stuff and the next plugin and this one and then this and this. And they lose themselves in the session, so the focus goes away and nothing comes out by the end of the day. Why? Because the focus is not there. So please, guys, if you see that a session and the next session and the next session are very, very similar, okay, to each other, then create a template and start to work with this template, and don't waste any more additional time that you actually don't have, because how many people are out there who do have 5 hours a day doing music? If you're a student, maybe yes. If you're 30 plus, maybe not. So you have to find out ways that are, you know, giving you this time to make music, instead of doing totally irrelevant things that are very unimportant here, okay? And this is one of them. So I hope that, you know, this tip helped you to understand it a little bit better and to see it from a different point of view. And now you have 4 options. Option number 1 is to give me a like and a comment. Option number 2 is subscribe to the channel. Option number 3 is you join my private Facebook group, where you get even more attention and input from me and other people who are already inside and supported this channel. And option number 4 is you share this video with people who know that are standing somewhere where you stand, so they could be possibly interested in those topics that are connected to music, audio, and the mindset behind it. So 4 options. Thank you very much for taking your time and watching this video. You're awesome. Have a beautiful day. This is a beautiful day. Today is a beautiful day. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye. Swag on over, little boy. Swag on over, little boy. Swag on over, little boy. Swag on over, little boy.